Here's how to make a personal mentor using ChatGPT. First, I'll give you an example, and then we'll talk about some other ways you could use this. So to start off, we're in ChatGPT. You want to go to the left-hand side where it says Explore GPTs. Then at the top right, you click on Create. Now from here, you really need to do two things. You need to give a prompt, and you need to update your knowledge base. The knowledge base is kind of the core for this, where you can create your own mentor that then you can use to reference later. So in this example, I'm going to pull the transcript from a YouTube video. So going over to YouTube, I found a video that I liked by Andrew Huberman. I like his content because he talks a lot about health and wellness. So this video is 30 minutes long, and that should be a pretty good sample size for us. So what you do is you scroll down until you get to the transcript. Click on Show Transcript, and now it's going to pull up the transcript here. You can turn off the timestamps if you'd like, but I like to reference them later in case I want to go back and actually watch that section of the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this entire transcript. Once you have it highlighted, copy it and then paste it into something like Microsoft Word. So you have the entire transcript in there. Save the document and go back to ChatGPT. Now, on the knowledge base here, you're going to upload that file. That is going to be your knowledge base for this mentor. I'm going to name it Andrew Huberman Mentor. The description is optional, but I'll just name it after the video. Now for the instructions, you want to be detailed but not too lengthy with this. Use the uploaded knowledge base to answer the user's questions. Keep the answers less than 200 words. Restrictions. Use short sentences. Use bullet points as needed. If the question doesn't have knowledge in the knowledge base, then do not answer it. Include the timestamps from the transcript. There. Now we have some basic instructions, and it should do just about what we want. Now, the reason I say keep it less than 200 words is because I want short and concise answers so I can ask follow-up questions. If you like to read a lot, you can keep that longer. One thing I like to do is say, don't answer the question if it doesn't have the knowledge base. The point of this is to reference the knowledge base so that I can understand what that transcript is saying rather than having ChatGPT look on the internet or come up with its own answers. For that very reason, I actually go down here and I turn off web search because I only want it referencing that documentation that I've uploaded. I'll also turn off DALL-E image generation because I don't plan on using any images. Click on Create, and here's the Andrew Huberman Mentor, talking about how to boost my energy. So for this, first thing I'm going to say is summarize this transcript. Now it's going to give me a basic summary of the transcript, telling me what the video is about. I will be honest, I use this a lot for very long videos. Anything over 30 minutes, a lot of times I'll just make a bot really quick and have it tell me what the video is about, because I don't really want to spend the time watching the entire video if I can just read maybe a page of details to get the basic information. As you can see here, it's definitely not keeping it less than 100 or 200 words, and it's not including the timestamps that I wanted on there. So if you ever do need to edit it, click on the drop-down, click on Edit GPT, and that just means that your prompt wasn't as clear for the bot to recognize. So I'll come down here and I will reword this part to say, always include the timestamps from the transcript. And we'll see if this works. Click on Update, and then we'll view it again. What are 3 things I can do to help boost energy? Perfect. Now it's giving me the timestamps so I can reference that part of the video in case I want to hear more about what Andrew Huberman has to say directly about that topic. This might seem simple, but this is an extremely powerful tool to build a custom mentor that otherwise would cost you $500 or $1,000 or more just for a 1-hour consultation with this professional. And there are some pretty big implications of this. For example, you can create your own health mentor where you upload books, articles, a lot of YouTube transcripts, and you can build out that knowledge base as much as you want. So then you can have your own custom mentor that helps you with your own health, life goals, energy levels, sleep, you name it. Anything you want, you can build out that knowledge base and ask things like, hey, can you give me a custom 7-day meal prep plan based on this knowledge base? This is also incredibly valuable when learning skills because you can upload anything you want in the knowledge base. And then instead of ChatGPT using its own knowledge or searching the internet for your answers, it's actually going through that entire knowledge base to give you a personal, customized response for exactly what you want or what you're learning. Just as another example of what this could look like, when I was doing commercial real estate as a broker, there would be these quarterly or annual reports on the state of the market, and they were pretty long. So if you click on here and go to Edit GPT, you can see that I've uploaded multiple of these reports. Some of these reports are 50 to 100 pages long. So altogether, this knowledge base is incredibly detailed for commercial real estate in general. So then I can go back to the GPT. So now instead of having to read through hundreds of pages of reports, I can ask my custom GPT things like, what was the state of the retail sector in the Midwest in Q3 of 2023? It'll now pull through that entire knowledge base to give me detailed answers on whatever I'm looking for based on the prompt and the knowledge base that I've given it. So I don't have to search for, filter through all of those documents from multiple different sources. I can just ask it and it's going to give me very good examples. So there you have it. You can create your own custom mentor using any knowledge base that you want for any purpose that you want. So rather than just going to ChatGPT and asking for a general question, hoping it gives you the right answer, you can actually teach it and train it to be who you want it to be so that you get the responses that you need. Follow along for more, and I'd love to hear what kind of GPTs you're going to make for yourself.